What is going on, Broncos country? We're here. We're here, high off of the win. Had to throw my blue light glasses on. I'm looking through things right now tonight, Strez, with orange colored glasses, as you
I
can
love it.
see. And so, we're gonna go over our keys to victory for the Broncos, man. I think a lot of people are writing us off, and I'll be honest, man. In my pick 'em, where I try to be objective, man, I'm not picking against the Eagles till they lose.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
that doesn't mean we don't have a big opportunity to go in there and get this upset, baby. I'm very much looking forward to this matchup. Mac Jones just went down, grabbing his knee. That
Oh,
ain't good.
I thought that hurt injury happened like 3 plays ago.
Man, it ain't looking
Adrian
good.
Martinez time, baby. Shout out the
Oh
Nebraska
no,
Cornhuskers.
man. They're screwed. They're screwed, man. Adrian Martinez, are you kidding me? So, Strez, before we dive in, I guess, into the full Eagles preview, man, what did you think of our performance against the lowly Cincinnati Bengals on Monday night?
Yeah, it was exactly how it needed to be. I thought the Broncos came
Mhm.
out and completely dominated a much lesser opponent. Um, and I don't think that you can say much about like the way that the offense performed against the Bengals defense, because the Bengals defense was exactly who the Bengals defense would have been even if Joe Burrow was healthy.
Yes.
So I like, and people were talking about the Bengals potentially being a playoff team when Joe Burrow was still playing, and so
Mhm.
I need people to keep that energy when they want to talk about this Denver Broncos team, playing that bad Bengals team. Yeah, the offense is terrible. The offense was probably going to have problems regardless because that offensive line is garbage. But Joe Burrow can navigate a bad offensive line for the most part. Obviously,
Mhm.
maybe not because he did get hurt. But so I thought the Broncos went out and did exactly what they needed to do against a much lesser opponent. Defense 8, offense 8. Bo Nix had his career night. J.K. Dobbins, our first 100-yard rusher since Latavius Murray in 2022, which is just a ridiculous statistic. And I mean, special teams played well. It was like every part of the offense, every part of the Broncos team, they played perfectly complementary football, and it was awesome to see. It was awesome to watch.
Now, of course, you being the running back guy, I gotta ask you, man, to talk more in depth about the running back performance that we saw, not only from J.K. Dobbins, but I think this is probably the strongest game we've seen from
Yeah.
RJ Harvey, too. What did you make of their usage and really just the plays they were making?
Yeah, no, RJ went for I think 90 total yards. He had 40 through the air and 50 on the ground. So, or maybe it was the other way around. Either way, he had a really solid night, and they had about the same amount of carries. JK had like 16 carries, I think.
Yeah.
101 yards on 16 carries is crazy. Like that's just amazing, and that's a testament to the offensive line, to this outside zone scheme, and to just J.K. Dobbins' ability. What's up, D Rock? But yeah, man, dude, it was awesome to watch. And one of the things, there's been a lot of conversation over the last couple of weeks, about like Sean Payton's personnel groupings, how often he changes personnel groupings, all this kind of stuff. And like, I don't care about how often he changes personnel groupings. My issue was the point within the play clock that it was happening, and the fact that like the running back would run like a 6-yard carry and then he would come off the field. It was almost like the running backs couldn't run all of the plays in the playbook, which is like obviously not the case. Like I know that all of the running backs can all run this, the offense the way that they need to run it and stuff. And so I think one thing a lot of people have been pointing out was the fact that like the running backs were each like getting full drives, which
Yes.
is massive.
Yes.
It's massive for a backfield, especially a backfield that consists of, a workhorse running back like J.K. Dobbins, and then also a rookie running back like RJ Harvey. Like it was, they did it perfectly, and I need them to continue that trend moving forward. It looked exactly like New Orleans backfields
Yes.
of Sean's like prime in New Orleans. Like
Yeah,
that
man.
Mark Ingram, Reggie Bush, Mark Ingram, Alvin Kamara, like It looked exactly the way that it needed to look.
Tavius Murray, Alvin
Yep.
Kamara. How about that? Yeah, like
Speed of
I
the devil.
I love the fact that we gave them individual drives for them to just find their footing, find their rhythm, get used to things. And again, I don't think it's a coincidence that we saw them perform their best of the year, not
Yeah.
only collectively but individually as well. So, did you see our JK's post game comments, man, about Broncos country? Did you see that at all, man? I was
Yeah.
surprised to see him. I know he spent a lot of time with Baltimore, but dang,
He
it
did.
seems like it's not
That's
even
where he got
close.
drafted. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that there's like a new fervor in Broncos country, right? Like they've even changed up the way that the game day atmosphere feels.
Mhm.
With that orange wall, which I'm like not totally bought in on yet, but it looks cool. But I think the crowd like Broncos country has something to be cheering about this. Like the team just won 10 games last year. We've got our quarterback of the future. So it's just like I feel like there's something there, and they have sounded really spectacular from the TV and stuff. And so that was cool. I mean, obviously a little bit of like fan service for JK to say that.
Yeah.
Um, but I love
But he
that he
still
made.
shout out Ohio State,
I
man. He
know. I
still
was gonna
said
say.
they're
I
on
was
the
like,
top, man.
I love that he pointed out the shoe and just. I mean, it's 107,000 people in Columbus. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be impossible to be louder than that stadium. So
Now, maybe I just got orange colored glasses on, right? But if he can prove himself to stay healthy through this year, which I think Sean Payton managing that, not giving him more, than maybe a little under 20 carries a game, right? You want to preserve him. 16 carries to RJ's 14. I think that's good for keeping him healthy. If he's able to stay healthy, man, I wouldn't mind a little contract extension. I wouldn't mind for him to come back on another 1-2 year deal. I mean, he's looking explosive. He's looking sharp.
yeah,
Obviously,
yeah,
he's a plus in the locker room. We'll just have to see, man. But I
yeah.
would love to
He's
see him stick
26.
around. Yeah.
He's relatively young. And he's yeah. I think he's already earned the extension. I mean, I wouldn't mind signing him to a 3-year deal and just having him and RJ be the backfield throughout RJ's rookie contract. Like that would be awesome. Just have these guys going for the next, 3 years. That would finish out Bo's contract too. That would finish out Cortland Sutton's, like the extension he just signed. So like I think it would be a lot of benefit to that. And it doesn't have to be a lot. Like I know JK is probably not going to expect there to be a lot, but it could be. I mean, we got money. We're gonna have money. So yeah, I mean he's on pace for what he's got 323 yards through 4 games. 23 divided by 4 equals 8. He's averaging 80.75 a game times 17 games. He's on pace for 1,372 yards. When's the last time we had 1,000-yard rusher? BC before COVID. So yeah.
Now I gotta answer this. Is Zach saying, Dave, what are you doing the weekend we play the New York Giants, October 19th? You can't not consume adult sodas with that CU banner. I don't really drink often. I do partake in the devil's lettuce, I have to say, even down here in San Antonio. But yeah, who CU play that weekend, man? I don't even know.
It's 3 weeks from now.
Yeah. I mean, we play TCU this weekend, and it ain't looking good. But I'm thinking we cover, baby.
You guys are off that weekend.
Cover. Oh, see, great.
Yeah, that's your bye week. You got Iowa State this weekend, and then Utah on the 25th. Nothing between.
Dude, because I'm dead. Oh my god, dude, don't die, man. We're gonna handle the New York Giants, man. We're gonna handle Jackson Dart. I wish it could be Russell Wilson. So
ducked us again, damn it.
Dude, I know, man. That guy sucks, dude. And dude, how about the most Chargers thing possible before we get into this preview, right?
Yeah, of all teams to freaking lose to.
3-0 in the division, and they lose to the New York Giants in a rookie quarterback's first start. That's pathetic, man. How couldn't believe this Chargers team, man?
Could not believe it. But also, I mean, the funniest thing that happened in that game was the fact that Russ took 2 snaps, completed 1 pass for 8 yards, and then the next play got strip sacked. It's like the most Russell Wilson experience ever. I'm like, dude, Come on. And I just had we
Dude,
just had a conversation about it on the Washed Up Football Show earlier this week. His legacy has been destroyed.
I know, man. Yeah, it's
Pre
done.
finger injury, Russ was a totally different conversation than post finger injury, going to Denver, and then that not working out, and the whole thing since then. So there's a lot of a lot of stuff to be said about what's going on with Russell Wilson's
I
career right
know,
now.
dude.
So
It's tragic, man. But yeah, Zach, don't feel dumb. I moved here about a year ago, so to San Antone, San Antone. So
San
people are still
Antonio.
finding out. It's all good. But dude, right now, man,
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm pumped as hell to see this team play Philly. I was nervous after week 1 and week 2, but right where we're at now, 2-2, I feel very, very good about where we're at. And really, we were in a similar situation last year, going into Kansas City, the Super Bowl champions. Nobody expected us to do anything. We hadn't been in Kansas City in like 50 years. Bo Nix shows composure on the road as a rookie in a rowdy Arrowhead environment. Cortland Sutton's coming up big. We even got some big runs from throwback reference Audric Estime. Remember his 1 year here?
Yep.
Remember his 1 year here? We got some big first down runs from Audric Estime. Everything set up perfectly for a game-winning field goal in Arrowhead. Alex Forsythe pancaked, blocked field goal. We didn't finish the job, man.
Yep.
Everybody's writing us off against Philly, man. But this is our time to show that we're a different team from last year, man. What do you make of that?
I 1000% agree. I think everything is there for them to go in and do it. It's just going to be like the Broncos. We have to play perfectly because the ball has absolutely been bouncing in the Eagles' direction over the past all this season. Basically, like the wins,
Dude, their special teams is a real difference maker, right?
It really is because their offense is. I mean, they've scored every time they've gotten to the red zone, so that's kind of, kind of its own story. But I mean, the Cowboys 24-20, Chiefs 20-17, Rams 33-26, Buccaneers 31-25. They're winning these one score games. It's the exact same thing as the Chiefs last year. You're coming off the Super Bowl, you're getting everybody's best shot, and at the same time, you're like getting the ball to bounce your way, and so that just like the Broncos just have to play perfect. Like they have to take care of the football. Like they have to get off the field on defense. They have to be perfect on special teams. Kickoff, they got to cover properly. Field goal, they got to block properly. Punt, they got to block properly. So yeah, it's a real test. But I do think that this team is actually going to be up to it. I think they'll be ready to go. And it's not like they're going to be coming. They're not going to be cut. They don't have anything to worry about coming back to Denver for because they're leaving from Philadelphia to go straight to London.
Right.
So,
and to me, it seems like this team under Sean Payton, man, like if it's not the Ravens, they normally get up for teams that are quote unquote better than them, man. And
yeah,
I think we're going to give it to them, man. I think we're 3.5 point underdogs right now. Or maybe it started out. I think it started out at 5.5, dude.
Yeah, it opened up at 5.5, and it's down to 3.5 now.
Man, that's crazy. And Zach Phillips saying this as of today: 95% of the money line wagers are on Philly, dude. That's insane. We'll check out what Profit X has to say about this here in a little bit. But we need to definitely play our best football, no doubt, of the season. But I do think, although they do have Jalen Carter going up against Luke Wattenberg, and they do have Alex Singleton kind of matched up on Saquon Barkley, I do wonder if we see more Talanoa Hufanga in the box going up against Saquon Barkley. We'll have to see. There are some, yeah.
Defensively, okay, keep going. We can get into breaking down the defense here in a little bit.
All I'm trying to say is I think that this team does provide some matchup difficulty for Philly. I think that our secondary, while they have been burned at the beginning of the year, dude, I think that I'm not particularly worried about Jalen Hurts and those wide receivers torching us. Hopefully, I don't have to come back to this and say, man, that was a bad take. But I'm confident, man, in Riley Moss and Pat Surtain and our secondary doing their thing, man. This is a game. I didn't even mention this morning with my friend Rahai. I think this could be a coming out game for a pick that I've been pissy about in my Discord. You've probably seen a little bit of it, Strez, but this needs to be a coming out party for Jahdae Barron, man. We need
Very
him.
much could be.
We need him to help in nickel and dime, whatever situations he's in here for, helping us shut down Dallas Goedert and supporting in the run defense. That's where he can really, really help us out. Now, Jaquan's tough for his size, but I think there's a lot more upside, obviously, with Barron there helping in run support with his tackling ability. We need Jahdae Barron to really create some problems for the middle of of this offense for Philly, man. So we're also a top 5 rushing team in the NFL right now. That feels unreal, dude. It might have been since the Mike Shanahan days, since freaking Tim Tebow was here with John Fox when we were a top 5 rushing team in the NFL. We should lean on this. We should lean into this a little bit more, take away possessions from Philly, churn the clock, right? And let's have Jalen Hurts and this Philly team have to come back from behind on us. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, it would be, because it would be tough. I think that would be a tough. That would be a tall task for this Eagles team, because Jalen Hurts is not playing the best this season. I mean, I'm looking at his stats right now. He's averaging 152 yards a game. He's thrown 5 touchdowns. He's taken 9 sacks. He's only thrown 609 yards. You know, like he's attempted 101 passes. It's like they're not even asking him to do much.
No, man. And they don't need to.
No, they don't, because Saquon is so good. That offensive line is so good. So like that's kind of where I'm kind of wondering, you know, because I know Vance Joseph likes to go man-to-man across the board for the majority of the snaps. But what if we just play zone, stack the box, and dare Jalen Hurts to beat us? Because I think we can handle it on the back end, especially if we're in zone coverage. Like, yeah, Zach nailed it. Like, sell out to stop Saquon Barkley. If you have 7 guys in the box and he still breaks a long one and scores a touchdown, that's because of Saquon Barkley. At least you were trying to stop it. But if you don't have 6 plus in the box every play, and he just is breaking off, 6 yards, 4 yards, 12 yards, 10 yards, you're going to get eaten alive the entire game. And it's going to be impossible to stop that. So I kind of wonder, speaking to like your idea of having, Jahdae Barron be more of run support in this game, kind of being that like extra safety that comes in. Like they need to have him in the box, bring Talanoa Hufanga down into the box. Run a zone, maybe run like a man zone type thing where maybe Pat just follows AJ Brown and then you run zone the opposite side of the field. There's a lot of things that you could do with it here just to make sure, because the benefit of running a zone defense, for those of you who don't really understand, you're watching the play basically. You're watching how the linemen you're watching how the linemen operate. If they're like high hats, low hats, pulling guards, like linebackers have their keys, safeties have their keys, and even cornerbacks are peeking into the backfield if they're in a zone coverage. They're not having to watch their guy. So if you've got the opportunity to have all 22 eyes on the defense looking at whether or not Saquon Barkley's getting the football, that can entirely change the way that you're going about a football game defensively. But if you run man defense and you're taking 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of eyes off of the backfield, you're taking 4 guys that can make a tackle before the first down out of the play, like before it even starts. So I don't know, man. I feel like this could be an opportunity for Vance to like do something different. Maybe try to confuse. I don't even know who the play caller is in Philly. Is it Sirianni? Is he calling the plays there?
No, it's not Sirianni. It's some other dude.
Yeah, I don't even know who it is, but like give them a chance to confuse him. I know, like Jalen Hurts has been watching us run mostly man coverage for the last 4 weeks of film. Confuse him, make him check wrong, make him, check out of a run play that probably would have worked against a specific front, and check into a pass play that we were, specific hoping that he throw. I don't know, like do something. They have to try it. No one thinks we're gonna win this game. We're not favored to win this game. They're the defending champs. We're fighting to win the division for the first time in a decade. Like, just sell out. Stop the run. Engage Jade every play, baby. Okay, maybe don't do that.
About. Yeah, what Zach said here too, we can beat this team. They're far from playing their best ball. It's true.
Agreed.
We need to focus on Saquon, let PS2 do his thing. Jones over the top to help with Smith. Don't overthink it. Absolutely, man. If you're saying you got to leave one player with the ability to beat you, it's not Saquon, dude. Between him and Hurts, dude. Yeah, I mean, you're going to go with Hurts. And, if he's going to pick you apart down the field, man, I'll live with that, man. What I can't live with is Saquon Barkley having a performance similar to what we saw from Jonathan Taylor a few weeks ago, where, he just obliterated us for over 200 yards of total offense, man. That's insane. And I think one of the things that I would hope that we've learned from that is that we cannot stick Justin Sternad and Alex Singleton on Saquon Barkley and assume that we're going to win that matchup more often than not. Now, I know it's not, again, super ideal to be taking a linebacker off the field against a run-heavy team. But I just got this feeling, man. We might see more of Jahdae Barron and Hufanga, as Quentin's bringing up. We might see these guys just involved in the box a little bit more, man. Like,
yeah, I think typically you see, in the pros, you're seeing it a lot in college now because college quarterbacks can fling it all over the yard. But like, you're seeing safeties like 15, 20 yards off the ball now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might not look that way this week. It might look more like late 90s, early 2000s defensive alignments where the safety is like 12 yards off the ball, less than fit, like way closer to the line of scrimmage, because like you just have to make Jalen beat you. And he's not throwing the ball the best this season. I mean, he's relatively efficient. He's completing almost 70% of his passes, but like 6 yards, averaging 6 yards a pass. He's only completed 609 yards. And like, I'm looking at their stats, like overall, they're only running for 113 yards a game.
I know.
So they're averaging 265 yards a game on offense.
I think it's part of the bottom third. It has not been a good. They remind me, dude, so much of the Chiefs last year right now.
And exactly, and it just makes you wonder, like, how the hell are they winning all of these games every single week? How are they winning these games?
They will.
Yeah, that's what champions do. Like, there's a reason why they're Super Bowl champions, and they're currently they're the only undefeated team left in the NFL right now. Uh-huh. So like, there's a reason for those kinds of things. So like, I absolutely think that the Broncos could be the team that goes into Philly and gives them their first loss. Kevin Durant picked us on K Adams. Shout out K. Kevin Durant. KD picked the Broncos to pull off the upset.
Dude, let's go. Well, let's talk about the offense a little bit. D-Rock is saying Bo Nix has to find his rhythm early. I think it's imperative that we need to get up on Philly, man, to execute this defensive game plan, that we've been talking about. But one thing that I'm terrified of right now is Jalen Carter going up against Luke Wattenberg. There are some things we can do to alleviate that, and that is have Jalen Carter not go north to south, but rather east to west. Do you think that running more of this wide zone might come into fruition this week against Philly, man? How they don't have the best run defense.
Yeah, this is it's
sorry.
It's going to be a great opportunity for that to. No, did I cut you off? It like froze on my end.
I think I froze on my
I absolutely
end.
think that I absolutely think that the way that this offense, the run scheme goes today, it's getting it helps you get away from guys like that. I mean, you like looking back on like week 1, Jeff Simmons, one of the better nose tackles in the league, just sacked CJ Stroud last week in like 0.01 seconds like the fastest sack I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like he's a dominant nose tackle, and he really wasn't that involved in the run defense
No.
week one. And it's
No.
because when you're running outside zone, you're going to the tackle. You're getting away from those kinds of guys, and I think that helps because, Luke, you run zone to wide outside zone to the right. Luke Wattenberg snaps it, takes his zone step, and then also Quinn Miners is coming across. Quinn Miners left guard? Yeah.
No.
Quinn Miners is also
No,
taking
that's
his
Ben
zone.
Powers.
Ben Powers is taking his zone step. And so they're getting a little bit of a double on him. So you're getting 3-4 hands on him. And then you're passing him off and then, going up to the next level depending on like what gap he's in. So when you run zone properly, like it can really pay off, especially with dominant D linemen like Jalen Carter, like the D line that Philly has. I mean, they got to Pat Mahomes last year in the Super Bowl by rushing 4 the entire game. Like that's a good front. That's a good D line. But when you do things like this and you make bigger guys that aren't as fast run sideline to sideline, it opens up opportunities, and I think we saw how that looked on Monday.
Yeah, and I think aside from establishing the run game, man, obviously Bo Nix, man, we need him to play a mistake-free game. Like this isn't a game in which we can afford a turnover, and definitely not a red zone turnover like he had this past week. Not at all, man. We need to make sure we go 100% when we're in the red zone. But I do wonder, man, like if this might be a game where we need Bo Nix to use his legs a little bit more, man. We talked about Simmons week 1 against Tennessee. I mean, he was blowing up the pocket. I imagine Bo Nix's pockets aren't going to be as clean as we saw last week, and we need him to be confident, hang in there tough. But if it's not there, man, we need him to tuck it and run, man. I think we need him to be a quick decision maker this week.
100% agree. I'm just looking at Eagles defensive rankings right now. They are 22nd in total defense, giving up 333 yards a game. They're giving up 207 yards through the air. They're giving up 126 on the ground. But their scoring defense is, they're giving up 22 points a game. They're 15th. And their red zone defense is 2 spots behind us. They're 3rd in red zone defense, giving up 36% touchdown rate inside the red zone. So, like, you're absolutely right. Like, Bo's going to have to be perfect. He's going to have to really take care of the ball. And when it's not there, he's just going to have to, like, not second guess himself and just take off, trust his athleticism. And when we get into the red zone, we have to finish.
Yes.
Have to finish.
Evan Ingram. Ingram. Please.
He looked good Monday.
Yes.
I'd like to see him get even more involved, but he looked good Monday.
Yes. We know Cortland. He's going to be somebody they're paying attention to in the red zone, right? I mean, he's money for us in the red zone. Bless you. But we need Evan Ingram to be a factor this week. I mean, this is why you pay him the big dollars. It's so he can be a factor against these big-time defenses, man.
Yeah.
And Zach also
he's a matchup problem for this team, too. I think, like, if they're going to put Cooper DeJean on him, just toss it up.
Yes.
DeJean is an athlete. Evan Ingram is about a foot taller and about 40 pounds heavier. I'd take that any day.
Yes, please. Now, Zach, another great comment here. I was telling my buddy, what is a better way to market a team other than you win on Monday Night Football, then you go and beat the Super Bowl champs, and then you travel to London when in prime time.
And beat the dog piss out of the Jets.
Yeah. That's right. And this Philly game coming up on Sunday, it's like the premier noon game. So or
the whole country almost is seeing it.
Yeah. Jim Nantz, Tony Romo are calling it. So it's something that we can really make a statement, and Bo Nix can really silence all the critics I think that have rightfully been out there so far this year. Silence all that, put all that to bed as just it being a rough start. But obviously, he's much better than what he showed at the beginning of this season. So Yeah, and I wonder too. Zach's saying this too. Troy Franklin might be the key. He's probably going to get Adoree Jackson a lot, and he's very, very beatable. We need Troy, man, to come up with sure hands this game. Last week we didn't see Bo Nix really throw anything egregiously off target or anything like that, man. Like, yeah, I think our team had like 2 or 3 drops, and 2 of those were Troy Franklin, man. We need him to come up big. If Bo Nix can connect on a couple deep balls, oh my God, dude. Oh my God, that's such a boost for this offense.
Yeah, 1000%. And it's going to take chunk plays. Like I was looking at a graphic today. I should have sent it over to you, but like that's kind of how we've been living so far in like the first quarter of the season is living off those chunk plays. Now I think we've gotten really consistent in the run game right now. And so if we're able to get, 4 or 5 yards on first down and, have second and short, third and short, we're going to be in much better position moving forward. I think that's another one of the issues is like the penalties. Like we're going to absolutely going to have to clean that up going into this week because like 3rd and long against this Eagles team, not going to be fun. Not going to be fun at all.
No.
Like it needs to be 3rd and 6 or shorter. And we can get Bo out of the pocket on moving. And if it's not there, he just takes off.
Yes.
Like that's absolutely what it could be. And they're just going to have to, man, I don't know. Yeah. Troy needs to catch those passes last week. There's one of them bounced off RJ's hands. He kind of like stutter stepped like in the middle of his route too. I'm like, just run your route. What are you doing, dude? Like bounced off of his fingertips. He's already a short king too. So it's like, you're not.
I know he's 5'8". He's 5'8", man.
You're not helping us out at all over here. But yeah, I don't know. Bo looked really good, and he hasn't really been like outside of those deep balls in week 4 or week 3. He hasn't really been that off target this season. Like he's been making the right reads. He's been throwing it in the right areas of the field. Like that interception against the Colts was tipped at the line of scrimmage. He's had some weird bounces and stuff so far this season, and those kinds of things like work themselves out over the course of the season. So, yeah, I think Troy absolutely can have a big game. Court's had back-to-back 80-yard games. So,
yeah, we need one other weapon, I think, to come up big in order to give Philly like a real test, man. Because if it's just Cortland, yeah, I think they're going to be able to shut that down. Now, Rodney's asking here, will we get Roach back? Doesn't look like it, man.
Nope, he did not return to practice.
Hopefully this is kind of weird. Oh, Quinn Minor's illness. So hopefully he's good to go come Sunday. Get some IVs in him. Nate Atkins is one to keep an eye on, man, because I felt like he did help out with some of these screens we were running against the Bengals quite a bit. And I would still like to see him activated over Adam Troutman again. So hopefully he can go. Outside of that, man, yeah, like Philly's really healthy and all their guys are practicing now. So we can put to bed the hope that Jalen Carter and all these other guys wouldn't play. Lane Johnson. Yeah. I bet Nakobe Dean suits up as well as Dallas.
He probably will. Him and Goddard both. They're both dealing with a knee thing though, so it might slow them down a step or two. But if they can go, they're going to go. Same thing. Yeah. With Adoree Jackson. He's got a groin. It could be like sometimes when you play with like these kinds of things, sometimes in the back of your head, and you're a little bit more, cautious, in the way you play and stuff. So that could be a part of it. But yeah,
man, yeah, Bo's got to have a better game, especially with Philly being healthy. I wish we had signed Desmond Watson. I don't even think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers used him last week. Which was a bummer, man. Why not bring in a 450-pound defensive lineman to help with the tush push? We have to put them in third line. That's the thing, though. When they run the ball, man, they're tough as nails. And that tush push, if they're within 2 yards, dude, I think they'll get it pretty much every time.
Well, now they have the added wrinkle of the fake tush push tossed to Saquon on the edge.
I know.
It's just like it's unfair, and I'm pro keep the tush push in the game, but like as an opposing team, it's just like how do you stop it? You
Dude,
know,
they run it so well. Yeah, I am a pro. Don't let any Philly fans that might be watching get confused. I'm pro tush push. You should be able to stop the play, not regulate it out of
as
the
long
game.
as it's ran legally, that's
Yeah.
my only problem. Has to be run legally.
Yeah,
No
we
false
gotta stop the
starts.
tush push, man. Can we figure out a way to do it, dude? I don't know. No team has really shown the ability to stop it other than put them in situations to where they can't do it.
You see DJ Jones quote this week?
What did he say?
He said, first off, don't get in third and short or fourth and short. Second off, if you do get in third and short, grab your nuts and hope for the best or something. He said something like that. It was hilarious.
Man, I love it, man. I love it. Well, I guess before we get into our like predictions, things like that, I gotta tell you guys about the official sponsor of David Talks Broncos, and that is ProfitX, your number one peer-to-peer sports prediction market in the game, man. Use my promo code Dave, baby. Get up to $200 in profit cash back, okay, in your first 30 days playing. And they're available in 40 plus states. You can almost find the best odds anywhere compared to all these traditional sports books, man. So, again, use my promo code Dave, get on there, join me, and let's have some fun now. Thank you, ProfitX. Going to show you guys what I have been playing rather this week. You know, you got some good lines on my Colorado Buffaloes, but you know, we're not going to talk about that right now, man. We're not going to talk about CU, the mess they are right now. Hopefully they can right that wrong this week. But look at this, man. Plus 186 against Philly. It's very nice. And get this, dude, on the spread of minus 3.5 stress. Plus 102. Plus 102 just to cover the spread, man. So, again, in my prediction with Rawhide, I did pick the Eagles to win this game. But do not mistake that with the fact that we should absolutely make this hard, and we do have a chance to win, man. We do have a chance to win if we play our best football of the year so far, which we haven't done. So why not this week? That's how I feel about it, man.
I
So
100% agree.
Straz, forget if we've done this. Oh, I guess before we get to it, though, we talked about a dick of the week. You know, like this.
Yeah, dickhead of the week.
Yeah, the dickhead of the week, not dick of the week. That sounds a little weird.
That one is
But,
weird.
dude, this team needs some attitude, man. Like, we need an attitude adjustment. So hopefully we can identify some dickheads on this team that really step up. They play along the line of maybe being a little dirty, but we need that kind of attitude, man. Do you have a nomination for last week for dickhead of the week?
Yeah. I want to say Nick Bonito with how nonchalant he is after he had 1.5 sacks. He gets up and does the 6, 7. I was like, that's ridiculous. I cannot believe that is a celebration in the NFL at this point. So I'm gonna nominate Nick Bonito, but I'm also gonna throw Riley Moss in there.
Oh,
You know, we talked about it, and I did kind of see a little bit of it there. You know, he took last year personally with T. Higgins, and then they went out and tried to do the exact same thing. And T got him a little bit on the first drive, but T. Higgins is a wide receiver 1 on 26 other football teams, 22 other football teams around the league, and you're putting your second, your wide receiver or your quarterback 2 on a guy like that. You know, you just got to roll with it. But Riley, he stepped up. He took it upon himself to make sure that wasn't going to happen every play, and I thought he played really well, and he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, man. I'll piggyback on that, man. Let's go with Riley Moss. You know, T. Higgins is like 5-6 inches taller than this dude, and Riley Moss, dude, he did his job after a rough first drive, dude. We never heard from him again, man. In a bad way. That dude was solid, and he goes up against a much shorter, albeit speedier receiver, I think, for the most part this week. And Devontae Smith, dude, I love that. I love that. Riley Moss, you're our first dickhead of the week. Congratulations. And
We'll send you a shirt in the mail, Riley.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like Perna's big dick player of the game.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But going into this game, man, there are a couple key players, dude, that I'm looking forward to. But give me somebody from our defense that we need to have a big game this week in order for us to get this upset.
Alex Singleton.
Oh my God, Alex
This is
Singleton, man.
It's a revenge game for him, kind of. You know, they passed him up 3, 4, 5 years ago. I don't even remember how long he's been on the team at this point.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a revenge game going on here. I mean, we're going up against, one of my least favorite Broncos head coaches of all time, Vic Fangio, in the booth calling the defense for the Eagles. So yeah, there's really the only two options for like a revenge game in this game. But Alex Singleton for sure is going to have to be playing like his hair's on fire in this game. Running the alleys perfectly, making sure that he makes every tackle, doesn't miss any tackles. Don't get hurdled, please, God. I don't want the Broncos to be on the cover of Madden next year. He's gonna have to absolutely bring the wood whenever he goes in and make these tackles against Saquon and Jalen Hurts. Like, he's averaging a lot of rushing yards a game right now.
Yes.
I think I saw 44.
Yeah.
A game right now? Yeah, 44.8 yards a game rushing for Jalen Hurts. And those ain't all tush pushes. He's averaging, it doesn't have how many carries he's averaging a game, but he's had 41 carries so far. So a little over 10 carries a game. I would probably 5 or 6 of them are tush pushes, but those other 4, you got to stop him. It's just going to be the same thing when Nick Bonito gets to the quarterback, when Jonathan Cooper gets to the quarterback, Zach Al, anybody, when they get home, they have to finish the job. Like, Jalen Hurts is of the same vein as the Josh Allens, the Patrick Mahomes is. They're a big, athletic, strong, can get out and run, can break a tackle, make a play. So they gotta finish when they get to the quarterback. So yeah, that's gonna be those are the two things on the defense that really needs to happen. Alex Singleton just needs to ball out, and then every single person that touches Jalen Hurts when he's got the football in his hands needs to finish.
Yes. I'll go with Talanoa Hufanga, man. I think he needs to be incredibly involved in the run game. And I would imagine that hopefully we can get him into situations in pass coverage against Saquon Barkley. And so it's not Stranad and Singleton, man. Like, that's my hope, is that Vance looks for that matchup. So yeah, like, he's my guy to watch on defense. I'll throw in Jonathan Cooper as another one. We really need him, I think, to have a good game, especially in the run, going up against this Philly offensive line that's tough as nails, man. They're really good. We need some of our best players to also play like our best players. So Jonathan Cooper is one of those guys. Offense, Strez, give me a couple key players to our offense having success this week.
Yeah, obviously it has to run through Bo Nix. Like, he's got to be excellent. We're in Philly, so we're gonna have to get the play call in and get up to the line of scrimmage and make sure that we've got all the checks and stuff with plenty of time for him to still be able to get that silent count taken care of. There's a lot riding on Bo's shoulders this week, but I think it's gonna be made easy by the other guy that I've got, and that's J.K. Dobbins. I want back-to-back 100-yard games from RB1. I really do. I think JK has the makings of being like the player of the game in this game. If he pops off for like a 150-yard game, where a game where Bo doesn't even have to throw the ball more than 27 times, like, that has the recipe for us to be able to win this football game here. So I need a big game from JK, and I need Bo to be operationally sound.
Yes. Dude, I'll double down on the running backs, man. I think that, hey, if you're trying to run away from Jalen Carter a little bit,
yeah,
give me RJ Harvey. Like, I think we need to see a close to 50-50 split with these guys like we saw last week. So we need RJ Harvey to be just as effective as J.K. Dobbins when he's in there. And I think he could provide, as these bursty running backs can, a difficulty in the passing game for the Philadelphia defense, man. So yeah, RJ Harvey, he's got to play really, really well alongside J.K. Dobbins. Then the other guy was the guy that I already mentioned, Evan Ingram. Man, we need another red zone threat outside of Cortland Sutton to really establish themselves in this game, man. Bo needs big, reliable targets that he can hit. We've been waiting to see Evan Ingram kind of use downfield a little bit more. Why not break that open against the defending Super Bowl champions on the road? And as Zach pointed out, hey, you got Jim Nantz and Tony Romo calling this thing. Everybody's going to be watching. Let's integrate Evan Ingram a little bit more into the downfield passing game against the Eagles, man. So,
100%.
Again, if nobody establishes themselves in this game as like a number 2 receiving threat, that bodes really well for Philly handling their business. But if we can have multiple guys that they can worry about throughout the game, I mean, I like our odds to upset here a little bit, man. Like I'm definitely going to be putting some profit cash on that money line for the Broncos, man. Just a little under 200. So
I like it.
I think that's going to be great, man. So yeah, maybe we can get Jalen Carter to spit on us before the beginning of the game. That would be.
Then we wouldn't have to worry about him.
Yeah, and we wouldn't have to worry about it. But yeah, Rowan, this is going to be a game with the trenches, man. We got a good defensive line and offensive line. They also have maybe even a better offensive and defensive line than us, but man, we should be able to punch them in the mouth right after they punch us in the mouth, man. Like we should be able to give it back.
Yeah, this is gonna be just because of the way that like the Broncos defense is right now, and the fact that we're like becoming a team that runs the football. Dude, we're averaging 143 yards on the ground a game.
I know, man. We're running the ball really well.
Really, really well. And so, like, when you look at everything going into this game, like, it feels like one of those games that's just, like, smash mouth football, right? Like, it's an exciting opportunity for this team. Really big opportunity for J.K. Dobbins to, go back in there and, be kind of in that like Northeast again. He cut his teeth in college in that area, cut his teeth in the pros when he got in and was at Baltimore for all those years. So he'll feel a little bit at home, and it's just, there's so much to it.
Sean's saying this, man. I'm sure Sean Payton, man, is burning the midnight oil, watching film, dude, because I think they are going to have attacks, dude, for this defense, man. And I think we're going to have some form on the defensive end ourselves, man. I really do see this being a close game. But again, one of the big things about this team right now, this Broncos team, is that they handle business against the teams they should, right? Over the last year plus or so, this team has played really well for the most part outside of Baltimore against teams better than them.
Yeah, in the second half of the
haven't shown the ability to just make those plays in crunch time at the end to beat really good teams. They had their chance against the Chargers. Maybe it's this week where they show us they can do it.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned one of them, and I mentioned the other one. These big free agent splashes that we made this season. These games are kind of the reason why Huff and JK are both in Broncos uniforms this season. Mm-hmm. Like, we need those guys that have been really good to be really good when we need them to be really, really good, So, yeah, I just like this has the makings for this. Could the Broncos win this game and get to 3-2? And you look at the rest of their next 6 games. They win this game at Philly. They've got the Jets in London, Giants at home, Cowboys at home, at the Texans. Texans look really bad. Mm-hmm. Raiders at home, and then the Chiefs at home. So if we win this one, we will go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'd be 8-2 going into that Chiefs game.
Dude, I was doing the math yesterday. I was like, dude, if we beat Philly,
even if we lose this game,
we don't lose another game.
even if we do lose this game, we would still be 7-3 going into that game against the Chiefs.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
So, like, either way, we're going to be sitting in a really good position. but getting this game over the Eagles will do wonders for like the psyche of this team, the
Oh, dude.
confidence of this team, the swagger in that locker room. Could you imagine what Club Dub would be like after beating the Eagles in Philadelphia?
Oh, dude. I'm telling you, dude, they're not scared of this Eagles team, man. They are not. With what they've been through last year, I don't see them coming into this game scared, man. I at the very least, dude, I will say this. I definitely see them covering the 3.5. I think it's going to be a close as nails game. Can they show that they have turned the corner to becoming that next level of team to beat really good teams on the road? We haven't done it against Indianapolis or LA. We let it slip through our fingers with fourth quarter leads. Can we finish a game on the road? If we can do that, dude, it's game over. But dude, this team has too much pride to just bend over and take it, man.
I agree.
Against Philly, dude. I think we're going to be very proud of their effort this week, and hopefully we can be proud of them getting like probably the biggest win in years, in a long time, man. That's what I'd really want to see. Because if we can beat Philly, man, dude, it's just game over.
We can beat anybody.
We can beat anybody if we can beat Philly. And we just talked about taking advantage of our home games, taking care of business at home. If we can win a few of these road games, man, that's all it's going to take to win this division. And if you might have dropped one against LA, but you win one on the road in Philly, dude.
Yeah, you're back on track.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, Philly offense, dude, is boring to watch. This team feels Philly's playing inevitable football, just like the Chiefs play last year. It was just inevitable. They're gonna find ways to do it, man. It's what champions do, but that doesn't mean they're immortal.
Man.
I know, man.
Have I talked myself into changing my pick?
Right, dude. It's got me pumped up about it, man. It's got me pumped up.
It's kind of how I feel every time we have these, every Thursday night when we have the Blucifer Boys. I always leave ready to go. I'm like, dang, now I gotta wait 3 days for a dang game to happen. Last week I had to wait 4.
Dude, I don't even know what I predicted last week, like for the score prediction. I don't even know what I predicted.
I think you went 35-14 and I went 34-13.
Yeah, we should have scored more points.
I agree. But we still beat that ass.
Yeah. Bo Nix should have tried to run in that score.
Yeah, that play, yeah. I throw it out. I don't care. It was 4th down.
Dude, come on, Mac Jones. Let's go. Dude, I am loving this. I picked the Rams to win.
2020? What the hell happened?
I know, dude.
Puka score?
Yeah, the Rams scored somehow, man.
Yeah, Puka scored. Oh my god.
Oh,
my
dude,
bet might hit.
What did you need the?
So my Puka and Kyron
6?
Williams, Kyron Williams both hit, and I have Christian McCaffrey 2+ touchdowns, and the Rams -6.5.
The Rams -6.5. Oh, well, dude, doesn't McCaffrey need another touchdown?
Yeah, he does.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
dang, it was like a 46. I put like 46 cents in, and I was gonna win like 28.
Dude, I love that. Yeah, on right now I've just been like throwing $1 on like predicting, doing a large parlay of just predicting all the winners of the week. So if that ever hits, it'll be like like a few $100, in my pocket or whatever. It's like, man, it'd be fun. Yeah, we'll have to see. All right, dude. Well, I guess we'll enjoy the end of this game. Strez, let us know, man, where to find you, what you got going on until we recap. Hopefully, a big upset.
We skipping victory. Score predictions?
Oh, dude, I totally forgot.
We didn't even give score predictions.
Yeah, screw it, dude. I'm gonna give a score prediction if the Broncos win, dude. That's what I'm gonna do. So, give me. It'll be some dumbass score like 25 to 23. Give me a 2-point victory.
They would hit the over would hit then. Yeah, yes. Give me Broncos 20, Eagles 18. Low scoring game.
Dude, I love it, man. Yeah. I again in my pick'em this morning.
That's probably the more logical answer. Eagles winning this one.
Yeah, but
we're picking with
dude,
our heart
cares,
this
man?
one.
Dude, I can't. I got to give a winning prediction in these orange glasses, dude. I just got to do it. So, yeah, D-Rock saying 27-24, dude. I think it's going to be a close game. So, but yeah, Stress, let us know, man, what you got going on Washed Up Sports and Broncos Hub.
Yeah. Come hang out this Saturday morning. Every Saturday, Water Boys College Football Show. We go live for 2 hours from 8 to 10 a.m. Central Time. Getting ready for a full day of college football every Saturday. Fox Big Noon kickoff sucks ever since Dave Portnoy joined.
Dude.
Now that Lee Corso's no longer doing the headgear thing, Pat McAfee's gone off the rocker. College game day sucks now. So come hang out with us at the Water Boys College Football Show every Saturday morning. You can find that channel linked in my channel on YouTube. And then also Washed Up Football, the Washed Up Sports Network. Currently, my guys, we're doing a live watch along right now in Dallas at the Dallas, Texas, Dave and Buster's, because we're in Dallas right now for the celebrity softball game. Got guys like Terrell Owens there that are going to be playing some softball to support veterans right now. So that's what we got going on the Washed Up Sports Network. And then Washed Up Football, dropping videos left and right. Got a couple out this week. Talked about Jackson Dart. Talked about, what else did we talk about this week? I can't even remember. So yeah, go check those all out.
Dude, I love it, man. I love it. Well, I'll lead with this, man, or leave with this. The Eagles have the #1 red zone offense, but we got the #1 red zone defense, dude. This is why I see us putting up a darn good fight, man. Definitely against Philly, man. We got the guys. Can we execute? That's the big question. So, I guess real quick before we wrap up, who you got, Chiefs or Jags? I got Chiefs. Dude. Their offense went off last week.
I actually took the Jags.
Dude, let's go.
To win this one.
Please be right.
Of course the Chiefs offense went off last week. They played the Ravens. That defense sucks.
I know. The Ravens suck. But, dude,
Jags have kind of figured it out. I don't know. Jags have kind of figured it out. You know? Dude, so who knows? I'm taking the Jags in this one, though.
Dude, I love it. Give the ball to Travis Hunter and they'll win. All right, guys, you have a wonderful evening. I'll be back with some more videos as we lead up to Sunday. Until then, go Broncos.